You know what? I said I was not going to do nothing. I was going to take a break. I was going to stop. I was going to do all this. But something happened last night, and I really, it's been really heavy on my heart. Today I have a special shirt on, and it says, "This Mama Prays." And I'm finna say something, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna agitate those evil people that what I'm about to say, because it's finna hit home to them, okay? Yeah. You know, everybody is talking about how the big, beautiful bill is going to cut food stamps, it's going to cut Medicaid, it's going to do all this destruction and all of that, and how it's going to hurt so many people. And here's the reality of the whole thing. It's meant to do that. It's meant to do that. He cut FEMA off. Not because it was gonna hurt any billionaires. It was meant to kill you off. Just like other things that was meant to carry out. Because you gotta realize, he says he's not gonna report hurricanes. He's not gonna report they got inaccurate stuff. He laid off FEMA workers. He laid off all of these people. And you said, why would he do that? Well, billionaires don't need FEMA. Why would they need FEMA? Now, most people that's billionaires, they gonna share information. Hey, look, you may want to get underground because, this storm, they in the loop. It's us that's not in the loop. So they cutting it. You remember that congressman that says we are all going to die? Then she turned around and backed back and went to a cemetery and said, if you die, you need to get your life right with her God. Yeah. That's what that bill was about. That bill was designed to kill off a lot of us. That's to bring the population down. But see, they didn't think about them in the equation when they did it. Now, like I said, they didn't let nobody know in the Texas flood that it was getting ready to cause, and 100 people perished in there. But it's one particular person that perished that's really getting billionaires and others and Trump attention. And that little precious girl name was Hunt. That's Hunt. Hunt is the one that made the game changer. See, because if for average people, and the camp, or one of the camp owners too, perished away. But we're gonna talk about that Hunt person, that sweet little baby that got caught up in the casualties of this chaotic mess. Chaotic mess. She didn't have to die. She was just, I think, 8 or 9 years old. Innocent. She was with her friend. Her friend perished. But see, this is what they wouldn't expect. That bill that they did, I'm going to tell you who it was designed for. It was designed to kill and hurt minorities, including Hispanics, fat folks, and undesirable white people. Yeah, we going to get down on that. See, because this new America that they doing, if you notice, look at his cabinet staff. He don't have a fat white woman out there. No, that's not America. All of them got Botox, and all of them look kind of sexy, and all of them doing this and all. He don't have. Look at Bundy. She the innocent little white, average little white girl. They don't want nobody white and fat. Or she look homely. No, they don't want that. That's too much like right. I think I'm going to walk my driveway on this one. No, The white women in his cabinet have to be sexy, desirable. You know, take these red states. Half of y'all wouldn't even make it. You got fat people that think they fine, wearing all their tail out and everything, and they got health problems. You know they do. Here, you see more fat women than anywhere else. You see more fat white women in them damn carts and stuff. See, got health problems. We so big in this damn country, they made a TV show after 600-pound person. Yeah, sure did. They made a TV show after it. You hear them cicadas, man, they strong here. Made a show on trying to lose weight. Insurance companies paying double. You're not paying double because the insurance company is greedy. You paying double because all these folks are fat, ain't taking no, they're not taking care of themselves. And then they got insurance. They so big, they eligible for Social Security because they can't work. So that's one of the targets. That's why it's gonna be great again. He gonna get some of y'all off because they gonna say you able-bodied. You need to lose some weight. Make you lose weight so you can go get a job. Because there's millions of folks that's obese in this country. But he cut off FEMA. I said, Samantha, why would he cut off FEMA? Because these natural disasters was meant to kill you. Hurricanes, floods, tornadoes. And if you live through that, you know, the debris in the aftermath brings bugs and diseases. You ain't got nowhere to go. Ain't no housing. People get sick or injured and they die off. They was expecting it. And then that NFL family member got caught up in the casualty. Now you got to rethink that. See, they was thinking about, it's okay, bury your child. Bury him. Go on, get rid of them. They gonna die anyway. But now you have a casualty that relates to a family, a fortune. Now you got to rethink FEMA. You know, half of them congressmen that voted for that bill, they already know their career was doomed. If they didn't vote for him, they were going to get repercussions. If they voted for him, they were going to get repercussions from you. So they took the bag and ran. Half of them before the end, they ain't going to run no more. Because the popularity of the Republican Party has dwindled. You're going to have some that come in and try to fight to keep the party going. They think they young, they trying to get in. But right now, the party is damaged. Democrats have a chance to build it up. But it depends on who gets in, how they going to do it. See, Democrats had a wake-up call. See, they knowing that all that kumbaya and that expectation that every black person is going to vote for that didn't happen. And then they showed that the Republican Party would do things by any means necessary to get Trump in because that Project 2025. So, but let's get back to the death thing. They figured if they cut your Medicaid off, majority of y'all would die. If they don't do have assistance with disaster weather, some of y'all would die. They figured stopping medications and stuff for treatment of cancer research, many of y'all would die, gonna die. They figured if they stop vaccinations, because, that was the biggest thing people were doing COVID, that they didn't want the COVID shot because it made them look like a unicorn. I done had 2-3 boosters, and you know what? I'm okay. And some of y'all gonna die. They unleashing measles. I haven't heard about measles in God knows how long, and now measles are popping up all over the place. Some of y'all gonna die. But it was expected. That's part of the bill. The bill is expected to kill you. It's expected to bring down the population. Because so many of y'all living too long. My mom is 82. My dad is 88. Y'all living too long. Look at these actors. Some of these actors I thought had died years ago. 94, 95, 102. Y'all living too long. So they got to kill it off. That bill is meant to kill off. It ain't meant to save no money. It's meant to do what it's going to do, and that's to kill some of y'all. Yeah, that's what it's meant to do. So when they do all of that, and some of you, let me tell you something, and you poor white folks, oh, y'all in the agenda. Y'all, I can tell you, you in the grinder with the brown folks, because you know what? Like I said, I have yet to see Trump appoint or hire anybody that looks like they missing some teeth, they fat, old, undesirable. He don't want nothing that don't look, that's not skinny and white, and with blonde hair or long hair. And some of y'all don't even fit the criteria, especially in East Tennessee. Some of y'all ain't nowhere near there. Y'all getting food stamps. See, what he gonna do is he gonna tell you if you're fat and you got health problems and you can't work, they're gonna try to make you lose weight. They're gonna put you, they're gonna try to put you on a diet. You're gonna have to lose that weight because you're gonna have to get a job. You're an able-bodied person. You just been eating all the time. You've been eating all the time. They ain't gonna touch too many 80, 90. They ain't gonna touch too many 80, 90-year-olds because, see, then that's gonna bring an uprising. See, they don't want that. What's that guy? Loogie to come out on everybody. The congressman and took their bag because at the end of the day, they ain't got to. Many of them gonna leave, either retire. They gonna retire or not run for election because you know why? They got health insurance for life. Their family got health insurance for life. They got a pension they don't have to worry about. They can care less. So when you sit here, but see, we don't want to believe that all of that, what happened in Texas and what's going to happen throughout is something that Trump has done. That's many of us we do, but a lot of MAGA still want to believe that Trump didn't do it. It's the weather. It's this, it's that, it's something else. And we making flukes about it and stuff. But you know what? I'm going to say this. It's always easy for them to say it's not him. But you got to remember something. That could have been your kid at that camp. It could be your home that's destroyed by tornadoes. It could be your home that's destroyed by a flood. It could be your home that's damaged through some type of rain or heat or whatever it is that we have, natural disasters that we have. And when you're like that, you're going to be thinking, I need somebody to help me. North Carolina's still waiting on that help. Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Now we got flooding. And he's steady saying he don't want to admit that he did wrong. He's saying, I'll think about it. But he ain't. Because you know why? Because his kids are not in that flood. His kids are not in all these natural disasters. So what? Go ahead and die. Go ahead and die. Because that's how Make America Great is gonna take place. He got to get rid of the minorities and the undesirables. And the ones that do stay here are gonna be servants. You ain't gotta believe it. But if you just open your mind a little bit, and some gonna say, oh, that's just bullshit. Okay. Well, look, if I'm lying, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and look how you look. Because I've seen some comments of some women that praises him and everything and look like Miss Doubtfire. You don't know if they're a man or a woman. Old white woman, thick glasses, heavy set. She argued with me about how Trump, I'm full of shit. But look at it. He ain't got nobody that resembles you in that. He got some young girls, young dumb ones. The ones that he with Jeffrey Epstein with, them young dumb ones. Blonde hair, they ain't fat. Botox in the face. And you go around, if I'm lying, and you go around, ain't nobody in his cabinet fat or brown. And watch, they're gonna try to watch. Don't be surprised J.D. Vance start having marital problems and get a divorce and then end up marrying something like that. Look, Melania don't even look fat. Melania ain't got that fat. Even Hillary Clinton got some age fat on her. Melania look like she ain't changed a bit. Cause she know she can't get fat. She get fat, she gonna lose her. He ain't gonna want her no more. He want her because she still kept herself up. I don't blame her. I always go for the BBD, bigger, better deal. Don't ever sit. When they go to sliding like that, they always talk about us. But when they go to sliding like that, can't keep their bowels up, peeing all over the place. He almost 80 years old. Yeah. And all he been doing is eating junk food and stuff like that. Yeah, I keep myself up. I keep myself on the market, on the potential market. But yeah, that bill, like I said, we can argue and talk about how many cuts and stuff it has gonna affect, but really, in reality, it was meant to kill us. It's genocide. It was meant to kill the undesirables, the minorities, many of the United States popular race, because they're restructuring America to the whiteness. Let that sink in.